What's going on? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great week. Today we got Mercurial World by Magdalena Bay, album from 2021. So I was not familiar with Magdalena Bay up until like 2 or 3 days ago. I was just on my own time listening to music and listened to Imaginal Disc, which kind of left me speechless. I mean, I don't have the words to properly explain how much I enjoy that album. I think it's one of the best albums of this decade that I've heard for sure. I don't want to speak too soon, but it feels like it's becoming one of my favorite kind of synth pop albums I've ever heard. It's just super catchy, amazing production, amazing sonic choices. Great. I mean, you don't need to hear it from me. I think the people who are familiar with that album know how fantastic it is, and I've just been in love with it. It's like musical crack for me. I keep listening to it pretty much all the way through every day, and so that's been fantastic. It completely took me off guard, and like I said, I wasn't familiar with Magdalena Bay at all, and so I wanted to check out more of their stuff. So that's why we have Mercurial World here today. Will it be as good as Imaginal Disc? Who knows? I'm going in with an open mind, but obviously the bar feels set extremely high. But I'm very excited to listen to this album, just because I really loved Imaginal Disc so much. So yeah, I think without further ado, we're just gonna get into this one. However, I do notice, looking at the track list here, the first track is the end and the final track is the beginning. So that's already kind of an interesting sequencing of things here. But okay, yeah, let's just get right into it. Here is the end.
Wake up! I was thinking about how there's no true end to anything. Everything comes from and goes to the same place. Nowhere. So, if the beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning, then what's the end anyway? Does that help you sleep better? Like the rosy haze.
Okay, we're gonna let this play through. More of just an intro interlude.
Inside of a lie. Hold me down to the earth when the storm's right in front of us. Tell me we'll make it work. You're as sure as the stars on top of us, 'cause it's the way that you are.
Fun drum groove so far.
Steady and sound when it feels so crazy, the way that you are. How could I doubt the obvious? We're spinning around, so let it rain down. Living
Nice vocal layering here.
Mercurial world, you'll be around, always holding me down. Living in the Mercurial world.
Oh, nice use of the strings here.
Kiss me right where it hurts. Wash away all the fallen dust. Worried I'll make you worse, but you're teaching me how to trust in us. 'Cause it's the way that we are. Steady and strong when it's all so crazy. The way that we are. So how could I doubt the obvious? We're spinning around, so let it rain down.
I like this little pre-chorus.
Mercurial world, you'll be around, always holding me down. Living in the Mercurial world.
Okay, so that was both The End and Mercurial World to start it here. Yeah, that was a very fun track. It definitely starts with a more kind of stripped back nature, just kind of with that drum beat kicking in, kind of leading things off here. I just want to look at the lyrics a little bit. Hold me down to the earth when the storms rise in front of us. Tell me we'll make it work. You're as sure as the stars on top of us. It says, the way that you are, steady and sound when I feel so crazy. The way that you are, how could I doubt the obvious? We're spinning around, so let it rain down. Living in a mercurial world, you'll be around. Obviously, like I said, this pre-chorus is probably my favorite part. This is really nice. Yeah, I love the stripped back kind of, no drums, and the layering and the vocals here sounds really nice. It's just like ethereal, and obviously the build up into the chorus here. Or just, it's not really a chorus at this point, but just the build up into this part is really nice as well. So that's a fun track, kind of doing a lot of building up and breaking down. Obviously, this build up part has a lot of nuggets, that whatever this little twinkly thing in the background is. So yeah, that's a really nice opening track here. Kind of sets the tone for the album, and I enjoyed it. So that's Mercurial World and The End before that. And so we'll keep it going here. For the next one, we got Dawning of the Season. This is nice.
What she say about me? Hands in pockets so deep.
Very groovy.
When I walk, I see you stare right back. You're stripping with despair, pulling around my feet. Hold your breath and don't speak. Witnesses and zombies, and the way they glare is empty as an answering machine. No one to hear your dreams. Not you, don't bother me. I'm like electricity. They say I'm dancing with my demons. This is the dawn of the season. Melancholy echoes and non-believers. This is the dawn of the season.
All right, fun start here. The intro kind of gives me like a classic pop vibe almost, with the kind of funkier, groovy, kind of bassy feel to it, into this chorus, which is really nice too. Like I said, it has a bit of more of a classic vibe to me, but this has been nice.
What you heard about me? I see fire when I sleep. I can disappear like drops of water trembling in the heat. No, you won't see me. Not you, don't bother me. I'm like electricity. They say I'm
It's a nice way to drop into the chorus.
This is the dawn of the season. Melancholy echoes and non-believers. This is the dawn of the season.
Oh yeah, I like this. Very nice break.
They say I'm dancing with my demons. This is the dawn.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Melancholy echoes and non-believers.
Ooh, tasty.
This is the dawn of the season. They say I'm dancing with my demons. This is the dawn of the season. Melancholy echoes and non-believers. This is the dawn of the season.
does that go right into the next song? It might. So we'll kind of fix that. But I did want to talk about Dawning of the Season here. This is definitely a group just in general. Listening with a good set of headphones really kind of uplifts the experience. There's so much little nuggets and tricks they add into the production here. So many tasty little parts, and it's really great to hear it in a set of headphones here. But like I said, I really love the vibe of this one. They almost like supercharged the chorus at the end here too. But super catchy chorus. Yeah, very groovy intro and kind of verse section here with that bass line. Really love that as well. Fantastic synths all over here as well. Really love this too. I love when they do this in their music. It adds a lot of atmosphere. Just very stripped back, but you can hear those really nice synths. So that's a lot of what I like about them. It has a lot of the things that I've liked in their music so far. Really enjoyed the song structure. Just another fantastic song from them. So that was really fun. That was Dawning of the Season. And like I said, it sounds like this might transition directly into Secrets, Your Fire. So let's see if that's the case. I'll let it play from the last few seconds up here right into that next track. Okay, nice transition. This is crazy. It sounds like some G-Funk. You're like Snoop rapping over this. Nice. Oh my, I'm loving this. Loving this. Cool. I love that piano. That's cool with the strings. This little lick we have in the left ear is very fun too. Okay, that might be another transition into the next song, but that was Secrets Your Fire. Wow, that was super duper fun. That's definitely my favorite one so far. Like I said, I really like this very funky ass intro we had. Really liking the vocal delivery on this one. It's definitely slightly different from Imaginal Disc. So it's kind of cool. This album has a different texture vocally. Obviously, some crossover, but it is still a little bit different. Like I said, I really love the use of those piano notes or chords in this song, and they're giving you that musical crack, as I call it. Like they drop in those big piano notes or chords, and then you get these little nuggets of just stuff that makes listening to this song over and over again super interesting and fun. Love the overall tempo of it too. Like this is a really good kind of pace for this song. There's like little strings. Yeah, it's just fantastic stuff all over this song. And then the it's like the chorus the verse builds up pretty strongly. It's filling you with all those different nuggets, and then they kind of change it up on this one where the chorus isn't some big super, like huge operatic performance. Like it is a bit more of a stripped back chorus, which is cool. This part too, very cool. And they'll keep little catchy riffs going like that all throughout in the background too, just kind of lower in the mix. Yeah, fantastic song. That was super fun, easy playlist song. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, sorry about that. Got interrupted for a second. Looks like we're recording again. So, like I said, You Lose is up next. We'll just go ahead and let that play into it here. Cool intro here. It's like an arcade machine. Yeah, very fun synths too. Oh, I like the use of the guitar here. Is that a harp? Yeah, lots of dynamics in this one. Yeah, nice marriage of the synths and the guitar here. Yeah, I like this little break too. Very nice progression on the guitar. And I love the vocals here too. fun. Again, it sounds like an arcade machine at the end there, but that was You Lose. That was another very fun track. Like I said, I love the use of the acoustic guitar all over that track. And in the chorus, it gets like so distorted. It's got like, it sounds like it's like a compressed or something, like something, it gets very distorted. And that was kind of an interesting take on it too. Fantastic synths on here, as always, throughout their album so far. Really love the gentle vocal delivery into this bombastic chorus here. And it all comes together. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward one, but it's fun, I like the little break that happens too. This little section. But yeah, that was a really fun song. So yeah, that's definitely one I'll be spinning back for sure too. It looks like this next one does not transition directly into it, so we'll just go ahead and start it like we normally would. It looks like the next song here is Something for Two. Okay, fun little drum start here. I like this. These like deep synths or bass too. Kind of an ominous atmosphere. Oh, nice. Very delicate chorus here. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, I love her voice sounds great on that chorus here. And this gives you a little something different. We go from that huge, bombastic, large chorus down to something a lot more relaxed. I really love how that played out. Nice. That girl, believe it or not, is running all out of ways. Sitting there. Instinctively, I know that I've been changing all my colors. Finally found out all the blues. Been sweeping all the corners of my mind to see it right. It wasn't all I do for you. Don't let it fall down. Wake up, build something for two, burn it down. Instead of you keeping me out. Yeah, this song's fun. Build something for two, watch me drown. Like this too. Nice layerings of different synths and things like that. Let it fall down. Wake up, build something for two, burn it down. Instead of you keeping me out. Wake up, build something for two, watch me. Sleeping all the corners of my mind. We could build something for two. So build it up, let it fall down. Nice. Cool little keys to end that here too. So that was Something for Two. Definitely my favorite part of that was the vocal delivery on the chorus there. Just a really nice voice. I like the more laid back approach they have on this one. The drum intro too, where it's just the drums by itself, is a very cool way to introduce this track. A lot of fun throughout all of this song. I have my first critique of any song they have made, and this is just for my personal taste, but I wish they had a bit of a more interesting outro. The outro, like this last part of the song, gets a little tropey to me. It's like this trope you see in a lot of pop music where it's kind of, it goes into a repeat, but it breaks things down and gets really quiet, and then it builds back up one more time. It's the first time I've been able to predict what they were going to do in any other songs. So this part's sick. Yeah, this is cool. It's this. So it gets quiet and then it builds up to one last chorus. It's not bad. There's definitely worse things they could have done there, but for me, it was predictable. It's tropey. It's, you know, I've heard that in so many pop songs over the years. I'm like, maybe you could give us like one last interesting part that maybe kind of reconnects the other parts of the song or recontextualizes them into a different way that makes for an interesting, unique outro. Instead of just doing this, I would just chop this part and do something else. But like I said, overall, there's worse things they could have done here. So it's not like it doesn't even come close to like ruining the song for me. I just think it could have been made even better with a little bit of a different outro. But either way, I really enjoyed Something for Two. I've enjoyed every song on here so far, so that was fun. We will keep it going. Looks like the next one we got here is Chaeri. Okay, fun groove here.
Regrets the things I should have said. Was I a bad friend who was only that bad with you? I'm sorry. Did you feel lonely?
This feels like a nighttime driving song or something. Definitely the most stripped back so far. A lot of song though, we'll see what happens.
September started sweet, then winter got so mean. The fruit left on my sheets. If I could do it all again, I would have said, Chaeri, please, you killing me.
Nice vocals.
It's only that bad, it's only that bad. If you tell yourself you'll never get out of bed. Chaeri, please, you're killing me. It's only that bad, it's only that bad. If you tell yourself you'll never get out of bed.
Nice vibey little break here too.
Forget
Oh, nice.
things could have been. Did I learn anything? It was only that bad with you. September like a dream, but winter got so mean. The storm was underneath. If I could do it all again, I would have said, Chaeri, please, you killing me. It's only
Yeah, very nice build up.
it's only that bad. If you tell yourself you never get out of bed. Chaeri, please, you killing me. It's only that bad. It's only that bad. If you tell yourself you never get out of bed.
Wow. Huge sound. god, I love this. Oh, it sounds so good. Hear that rising in the background? Wow. So that was Chaeri. That was definitely one of my favorites. I absolutely loved the structure of that song and how it built up. Like I said, it starts feeling like almost like a nighttime driving kind of boppy electronic feel. I like the lyrics in it too. It's definitely very interesting lyrics here as well. But it continues to build up. The way those drums start to kick in about a third of the way through, and it continues, and then those synths come, and obviously we have this huge bombastic outro, and I love that groovy ass like bass and drum break that we have in it too. But the build up of that song, it wasn't like super chaotic or like out of place the way it builds up and breaks down. Like it's kind of slowly on an incline all throughout it. They're giving us all those different nuggets of little ear candies in the background too. Yeah, absolutely love that. That was just some of the best songwriting on the album, and for my taste, really, really interesting song. So that was really, really fun. Absolutely love that. Like I said, potentially my favorite on the album. We still have a big chunk of it to go through, so we'll have to see. But yeah, it looks like the next one is halfway here. I'll be interested to see if this is a real song or if this is just an interlude, kind of like the end track was. Okay, this might be a real song.
No matter where you start or where you end, you are in between the where and when. You are in the middle of the loop. Do you feel how
Fun sounds.
or how full? Is everything beautiful? Or wait now for the circle in the middle stays the same?
Yeah, I love the sound of this. Wow. I liked that synth choice too. Wow. Oh my god. Sheesh. This is insane. Love the atmosphere they're creating here. We'll let this play into the next track. Oh, tasty, kind of funky little intro.
There's a fog, it's a shadow of smoking gun. That something is wrong.
Nice.
Hysterical Us, succulent oxygen. How did we learn to breathe? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you
Oh, nice.
Remember when we could sleep? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you want from me? Play it cool, play the man who won't play the fool. Put the play in you. Till in the sky, burning green blinding lights. I here to take you home.
I love these little bridges.
Hysterical us, sucking in oxygen. How did we learn to breathe? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you want from me? Hysterical us, checking the locks again. Remember when we could sleep? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do
Very catchy chorus.
from me?
See where this goes.
You say I'm a winner, a fanfare rising in the breeze. I'd give it away for a reason to be. You say I'm a quitter, well it's all I ever wanna be. I threw it away for a glimmer of something I could try to believe. Hysterical us, sucking in oxygen. How did we learn to breathe? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you want from me? Hysterical us, checking the locks again. Remember when we could sleep? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you want from me? Hysterical us, sucking the oxygen. How did we learn to breathe? Are we alone? Are we alive again? What do you want from me?
All right, that was Hysterical Us. That was definitely a fun song. It has a slightly different palette than what we've heard from the other songs. You know, it has more of a live drum feel, kind of has this funky guitar feel to it. Isn't really full of like a bunch of electronic synths. Instead, we get more of a straight piano vibe, which I really love the introduction of that into this track here. Definitely more of an organic band feel in this one. Really loved it. Super catchy chorus. I'm paying a little bit of attention to the lyrics, but not too much. They did do that thing again that I mentioned I don't really like with the outros, where it's the tropey, break it all down and build it up one last time. I'm like, there's got to be a more interesting outro you can add here. But really, it was another very pleasant song.
What do you want?
It's kind of like the lyrics aren't necessarily fun, but I find the music to be very fun and kind of upbeat in that one. But that was a very pleasant track for sure. So yeah, that was fun. I see there is a music video for it. I'll have to check out the music video for that one, eventually. So that was fun. Hysterical Us. All right. Okay, so looks like the next one we got here is Prophecy. Let's give that a spin.
Always wanted to believe in some destiny to guide me. Found no answers in my dreams, no constellations that could show me. Up until you floated down on a cloud. I didn't know. In your pure perfection, I'll never doubt. You never know, now I know. Let's lay here just
Lots of use of the strings here.
Sheets, neighbors, music drifts through concrete. With your arms around me, I don't ever want to be free. Nah, up until you floated down in a cloud. I didn't know, in your pure perfection, you'll never doubt. And now I know, let's be here just a little longer. Won't you be my prophecy? You're the only one I need. When you're lying next to me, I don't need no make-believe. Won't you be my prophecy? You're the only one I need. When you're lying next to me, you're so real and I believe.
Nice.
Won't you be my prophecy? You're the only one I need. When you're lying next to me, I don't need no make-believe. Won't you be my prophecy? You're the only one I need. When you're lying next to me, you're so real and I believe.
Oh yeah, I love that sound. All right, that was Prophecy. That was a pretty interesting song. I think probably my least favorite so far. However, I did really like the use of the strings and this like build up. This part is interesting. It's an interesting transition to use. It's like almost, it's not really dissonant, but it sounds like maybe there's something slightly wrong. And the way it builds up into the chorus is a really interesting choice. I do think it kind of, it is unexpected, which I always appreciate. So that was cool. Obviously really stripped back as far as like the drums and kind of the overall vibe. Yeah, I think it's my least favorite so far, but we'll have to see. It's, you know, on the first impressions, it's always kind of, there's no final thoughts on these songs being made. It's a lot of music to digest, and it's my first time hearing it. So we'll have to see how I grow with that one. But still a pretty solid song. Really like the vocal performance on it too. So, all right, we're going to keep it moving. Looks like the next one we got is Follow the Leader. So, very, very cool already. Wow. I was not expecting that. I actually like this vocal effect. Nice reintroduction of the drums. That's so crazy. Nice. All right, that was a really fun one. That was Follow the Leader. I really love the drum grooves and bass grooves in this album are just like so rich and full and catchy and tasty. I mean, this is awesome, right? That is just, I could just listen to stuff like that all day, and I really love the vocal effects that are put on here. It adds something kind of new to this track list and adds a particular flavor to this song here. And I like the way they even play with the vocals, where they're like super up front and then they sound super far away kind of later on. Love the delivery of these vocals too. What a fun little part right here. But yeah, that drum and bass is really like, the drum and bass and the vocals are the highlight of the song. They really go together very, very well, and the song kind of stays in that pocket. Those little I was not expecting in the background too. Apologies for my horrible vocals, but those little vocal kind of stems in the background I was not expecting.
Stay awake. Now do you see who took the bait?
Yeah, very cool song. Really liked what they did on that one. Definitely liked that more than the last one. So that was super fun. So we're getting near the end here. We got 3 more tracks. So the next one we got here is Domino. Let's just go ahead and give it a listen. That's pretty. Oh. Interesting. We're already throwing like 7 different sounds at us. Jesus. An absolute wall of sound. Like that, for sure. It's so crazy. Sounds huge. All right, so that was Domino. So that was interesting here. Let me see. I was going to pull up the track list, but this song is kind of like the opposite of what I was talking about. There was one of the previous songs that I was mentioning did a really great a job of gradually building things up into that massive sound, and this one's different, where we have this really mellow sound in the verses and just an absolute fucking blast of just a huge wall of sound for that chorus, very distorted, and even through this huge wall of distortion, we have these big vocal performances going on and little ear candies and nuggets that they like to throw in. So this is really like the opposite version of that, right, where it is more of a jarring transition between the two parts of that song. I don't know how I feel about it. I gotta kind of live with that one more. I don't dislike it or anything, but I don't know how much I like it. I think it's different. When I'm doing a first impressions video to it, I got to see how I kind of live with that one when I'm just by myself and maybe have my attention focused on something else, and just kind of live with it and see how it goes. But I really loved the mellow part, like. Yeah, this is one of the more pleasant, mellow sections on the entire album to me. This intro was really cool. And I really love the delivery, kind of the cadence of those vocals here, so that part was great. That's just an insane wall of sound. So I think that one might actually grow on me a little bit, but I do enjoy it to start too. It's just a little jarring, You let me know what you think of that one. So that was fun. That was Domino. So, okay, looks like the next one we got here is Dreamcatching. Let's take a listen. Oh, nice. That's like that part we hear on Imaginal Disc. Lots of layering on this one already. Nice transition. Oh, cool. Oh my god. Nice. This is cool. Again, I did not expect that. All right, that was Dreamcatching. That was a super fun song. That was definitely one of those ones which, I like when they do this. I can't. It's a journey. That one was like a mini journey, right? Because it's only a 3.5 minute song. However, they go to a lot of different places. I don't know what to expect throughout that one, and they're probably one of the most crazy examples of like they have so many things they can throw at you at the same time in a small little part of the song. It feels like there's 6 or 7 different instruments kind of clashing, and I can see how that wouldn't be for everyone. But personally, I think they do a pretty good job of letting everything coexist. And it makes this fun on repeated listens, because like maybe you're focusing on this synth this time, and then the next time you listen, you're hearing something that your brain wasn't really processing. And that's what makes their music really interesting to me. It's so layered with different fun, catchy grooves and sounds and textures that it doesn't really get old. And I think this song is a really great example of that. And I think the singer's name is Mika. An interesting thing she likes to do is kind of like these sections where she's doing like more of like talking. It's not like some traditional vocal delivery. I think it's cool. It kind of adds some character to the track, it adds a little something. Like right here, there's like so many things going on at one time. But that was a really fun one. I kind of love that. Like, again, we have like a breakdown section that kind of sounds like freaky. Like this. It's a really nice contrast to what we heard before in that song. So that was super cool. Very, very fun track. It looks like the last thing we have here is the beginning. So yeah, let's see again if it's a real song or if it's just an outro. Oh, it's like 4 minutes, so I'm guessing a real song. Okay, more piano. Oh yeah, this is fun. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Very nice. More of the talking.
Like a butterfly floating in amber, we've made this moment eternal.
Okay. Oh, wow. A freaky closing few seconds here. Okay, so that was the beginning. That was a super fun, upbeat track. I loved the use of the kind of not classical, but like not crazy electronic piano sound in here. Super upbeat, super great chorus. Fantastic drum groove in here too. I love this little break here. This was super good. This is so fun. I love this. Yeah, another amazing track on this album. It's like there's so like when they really get into their groove, it's so hard to say what like my favorite is because all of these are so damn good. So that was another fantastic track, a really good way to close the album out. However, given how upbeat this outro song is and how kind of introspective and contemplative the intro is, which is also named the end, I wonder, is this just meant to be listened to in reverse, or maybe it's like one of those things you can listen either way, and the track list is meant to be enjoyed either way. So that's kind of interesting. You let me know in the comments here. But obviously we listened to it the way it appears on Spotify here. So yeah, fantastic track and really just a great album. That was a really, really fun album. Mercurial World here by Magdalena Bay. Their music is just so fun to listen to, and it's so layered and so easily replayable. And like I was saying, I really appreciate with this album and all their music is just, there's so many nuggets. There's so much to it. It's easy to throw on because it's easy head bopping, just have fun music. So it's easy to get in the place to just throw the album on in the first place. But there's so much hearing, like every listen really does feel different. You're really going to catch something else. And I think the vocals on this album were terrific. They're really well developed. They're really catchy. The drum and bass and synth grooves of this really are the heart and soul of it. They lay down such a good beat behind every track here. And, just like an Imaginal Disc, they add so much flavor, so many different synths and like background vocals and like the arcade sounds we heard in that one song. The palette of sounds they give you in the album is just incredible, super hooky, super catchy. I don't have enough good things to say about it. It's a soundscape that I absolutely love. I think you can see that um, their their songwriting, like if you compare this to Imaginal Disc, the songwriting in here is like an 8, and then Imaginal Disc, it's like they crank it all the way up to 10. I think there are a few moments on here. Um, like on Imaginal Disc, there really is not like a single bad moment in my opinion. They completely keep it interesting. I feel like they must have edited the songs on that album a lot, and anything they found not interesting enough, they cut it and they added something crazy in. I think this is just a little more lacking compared to Imaginal Disc in that regard. There are a few moments that do hang around, that maybe could have been a different section, or like I said, there was a couple parts that felt a little bit tropey. And I think overall, there's just even more catchiness added through both the vocals and the instruments. However, I really do love a lot of like bridges and instrumental breaks in this album too. You can see what they're like building up to in Imaginal Disc, but this album stands out on its own as well as a really incredible piece. Really fantastic mellow parts throughout here. I really loved Mika's vocals in the more mellow and stripped back parts. They do have a couple moments in here that really take you by surprise, and kind of subvert what you think is about to happen. Yeah, I can keep going on and on about this. I mean, Hysterical Us was really fantastic.
Where the kids don't play alone.
You Lose was great. Secrets Your Fire was sick as hell.
Just super in the know. Getting lost again.
Like, that is so good. You could just listen to that forever, you know? Chaeri was fantastic. I love the way that track built up. This was super awesome too. I love the kind of different like talking vocal delivery on Dreamcatching and the weird breakdown they have in that. I mean, it's like so hard to give an opinion on this because there's just so much you hear in one listen. All I know is I really, really enjoyed it. I think this is a really good album. Like I said, I wouldn't put it ahead of Imaginal Disc, but it's not like super far off either. You know, this is a really, really good album. So many things I'll have to listen to again here. I'll probably just be spinning this one back again after I finish this up and kind of take it all in. But that's what I really appreciate about this band. I've become a fan very quickly here. I just heard them a few days ago, and I'm just really, really enthralled by their sound and the textures and everything they use here. It's just, I absolutely love it. I could sit and talk about them forever, but I don't want to kind of talk in circles here. So, fantastic album, super fun. Yeah, you guys can let me know what's your favorite on here. What's your least favorite? Do you prefer this? Is this your favorite album from them? I think they have some EPs and singles I haven't heard. Should I do any sort of reactions to those? Yeah, like what do you? Just give me your general thoughts. I'm gonna read all the comments on this one, and yeah, just thanks as always for tuning in. This was a super fun listen, and I will see you guys next time.